welcome to another wonderful CD. My name is Trevor Ilesley, leading the way in consciousness. I bring to the planet a new idea, a new vision of who we are, and it's called beamism. How did I come upon beamism? Well, I became a psychic medium clairvoyant. I became a channel, spent many years on TV, listening and talking to many people, thousands of people, about how to live their lives, how to feel in lives, how to think in life. But there was always a big problem. It was always about the word relationship. People were interested in relationship, mainly between man and women. But the interesting fact is, they didn't understand the relationship of themselves. So how could they honestly understand a relationship with somebody else? So I'm going to shed some light on this new message that was given to me whilst going through what I thought was a mental breakdown. So let's begin with beamism, and we're going to talk about what does it mean. Let's have a look at the word again. Be me is. It's a great word, and I think it is the true real religion of who we are. They say that the essence of any religion lies solely in the answer to the question, why do I exist? The answer that I found was to be me. And through my search of pain and torture trying to understand me, I founded and created what I call beamism. I exist. Beamism is not a religion, it's a relationship, and it's the meaning and purpose to life. A beamy life. I see the vision of beautiful mind earth, beings mindfully enlightened with balanced mind emotions. This is the meaning of the true self. This is the vision of world peace. What do I mean by that? Well, it's not until we've understood our own emotions and our own minds that we can start to look at this world and bring in world peace. When we look at many humans on this planet, they haven't found peace within their own minds. They haven't found peace within their own emotions. And this was one of the things that I discovered through understanding who I was going to become. I needed to understand my mind. I needed to understand my emotions to be able to enjoy life, to be happy in life with who I was. When we look at Earth, we just call it planet Earth, but my version of beautiful mind Earth means exactly that. You will see how beautiful this planet is if your mind is beautiful. If you have a beautiful mind, a mind that is full of beautiful words, then you can't not help but see life as a wonderful, beautiful experience. And once you understand this, you start to become mindfully enlightened, which means you start to understand your thoughts in such a way that you use a different level of communication, you understand a different level of consciousness to be able to see where you live. I like to call it beautiful Mother Earth. Now you can only get to that point once you have become mindfully enlightened. So that's my vision of world peace. It has to start with you. It has to start with me. And the more that we can get people to understand that it is their mind that is creating such chaos on this planet, or chaos within their relationships, then we start to understand that we can have world peace. So that is my vision, to see the vision of beautiful mind entities being mindfully enlightened with balanced mind emotions. If we can re-educate ourselves into a new understanding of who we are, we have a much better chance of educating our children, educating our friends and our family into being the best beings that they can be. Through this transition of what I went through of mainly being called a human being, mainly being called a man, I started to understand a different language. So I started to sort out within myself my own communication, and I asked my soul for guidance. Now, many of us have been taught that you ask God, or you ask the angels, or you ask your spiritual guide or your guardian to give you answers to a drama or a situation, to whatever it is that you are going through. But I asked myself, I asked my own spirit, my own soul. And this is what I came up with. I see beamies wherever I go. I see beamies with beginnings, middles, and endings. That's how I see beings. Because everyone does have a beginning and a middle and an ending to all situations and dramas, to all chapters in their life and to different ages. When you go from being a 1-year-old into a 2-year-old, you can see that there is a beginning and a middle and an end. There's the beginning of being a 1-year-old, there's a middle of being a 1-year-old, and there's an ending of being a 1-year-old. And as you end that chapter of your life there, you start to become a 2-year-old and then a 3-year-old and so on. So I started to understand every thought, every feeling had a beginning and a middle and an end. Go back into your past and sort of look how something was so destructive in your life and you didn't know how you was going to cope with that. But you got them through that. You started to understand that that was then. It's like a toothache. When you're in pain, you stay in pain, but it's not until you go to the dentist, you then find yourself out of pain. And then you move on. And that's what life is all about. That's what human beings are all about. 1 minute we're in pain, discomfort, and then we want to find a cure. We want to find an answer to be able to get out of pain. And this is what beamism is. It helped me to get out of pain within my mind, within my emotions. So it gave me clear sight. It gave me some clear feelings to understand. So now I see big man's egos. I see bad mind energies. I see broken marriage emotions. I see in conflict beamies. I see in control beamies. I see very confident beamies. I see conflict body-mind energies. I see beautiful mind entities and I see balanced mind entities. Now when we look at them sentences, when you look at what I've just said, I see is not I-S-E-E. It's literally the letter I and the letter C. It made it more simple for me to understand. So I see big man's ego. What that says is I see be me. Big man's ego, B-M-E. So that's how I see life now. I see beamies. And the biggest question on this planet is, who are we? Where have we come from? Where are we going? What is the meaning and purpose to my life? Big man's ego, when we look at that, what does it actually mean? Well, you know yourself if you're a woman. You've had to deal with many big man's egos. An ego is all about being in control. And of course, that means it's about controlling you, controlling somebody. But most importantly, they think that they are in control themselves. But it's not. It's just an ego side of them. And an ego is a false impression of who you are, because an ego is only an identity of your experiences. I see bad mind energies. People that have got a bad mind energy. Why? Because they've got nothing good to say about themselves or anyone. So bad mind energy is just a collection of words, using the wrong words to explain what life is basically all about or what drama they're going through. I see broken marriage emotions. Many people are broken after their marriages because their initial thought about what a marriage would be long term. Everyone believes that a marriage is there for a commitment that you will be together forever. But it doesn't seem to be the way. That's why we look at our marriages and when they break down we say, oh, it failed. It didn't last. But did it fail? Or are marriages or women and men only supposed to be together for a limited amount of time? And the only reason that I can come up with that is that when you have stopped growing or you've stopped experiencing from that being that you've married, then it is time to move on. If we can get to a place within our hearts that literally, as grown-ups, we can turn around and say, do you know what? It's not working. Can we try and move on? Still be friends. You don't have to be enemies. You've shared a very important part of life together, and that must be honoured. I see in conflict, beamies. People are in conflict. They're in conflict with a lot of things. And again, it will all be based around what their mind is thinking, how their emotions are judging their minds. So the communication between the mind and your emotions is a constant noise. And that's what wears you out, trying to figure out, why am I not happy? Why are things not going right in my life? I see in confidence, beamies, confident people. It's a great asset, isn't it? Everyone looks for confidence. It's the number one problem on the planet that many people don't have confidence. But I love the word confidence. Confidence is to know who you are, to be sure of what you're seeing, what you're doing, how you're acting, and what your pathway is all about. To have confidence is to love who you are. But when I look at that word again, it says confidence. So it's confiding with yourself and to understand your true self or your true soul of who you are. And that's where you gain confidence from. And most people that have confidence, you'll find yourself in a relationship with somebody that doesn't have any confidence. Now you can help that person to have more confidence, but you've got to be very careful because slowly they'll start to strip away your own confidence. And in the end, you lose who you are. You lose your self-respect. I see beautiful mind entities. There's not many of these beings around, but they are around. And it's people that are really pleasant, really understanding, very compassionate. And they've understood life, they've understood who they are, and they've achieved a certain standard of being a human. And they love life, they love planet Earth, they just love everyone and everything, and nothing is ever a problem. I see balanced mind entities, people that have truly understood their minds, very powerful beings. They are great creators of the planet. When you look at people like Einstein, what did they possess? It wasn't their image at all. It was their great mind. They used their mind in great ways to solve problems. They brought to the planet solutions. So this is what I want to do with Beamism, because I feel that Beamism is a solution. Here is a great statement. I am a breathing, manifesting energy, awakening being me into a beautiful, magical entity, breathing my energy. Now again, we're going to look at the word human being. Is it the right word? Probably not. Who created that word? Not sure. I don't think anybody really knows how we grew into being human beings. But I've realized that I'm a beamie and I'm a breathing, manifesting energy. What do I mean by that? Well, technically, logically, I breathe. And so therefore, what do I want in my life? I want to manifest things. To manifest love, to manifest a great relationship, or manifest a greater business within my life. And then I've got energy. Now, energy is a great word, and the best way that I can talk about this is when you're happy, you have great energy. When you're depressed and you're low, what have you got? You've got low energy. It's the same with words. We've got words in the language that produce high energy, like love and beauty and compassion, fulfillment, wonderful. They're all great words. So they produce energy. And if we use enough beautiful words, then we can change the energy of who we are. The goal of the soul is to awaken being who you are. So awakening being me, what did that mean? It was to understand that I wasn't a human being and that I wasn't an emotional being and that I wasn't a depressed human being. So I looked at that and I thought to myself, I need to wake up. I need to understand more about myself. I need to be able to look at life and sort of say, what a wonderful trip. What a beautiful journey that I am on. But most importantly, I needed to awaken me. I needed to awaken my mind into being a beautiful, magical entity. Entity, I feel, is a great word of who we are because it still puts that little bit of a mystery in there, doesn't it? Magical, we all love that word. As children, we believed in magic. As we've grown older, we've lost that magic. But isn't life magical? So therefore, you put them three words together. I am a beautiful, magical entity, breathing my energy. Because whilst I'm breathing my energy, I'm fully functioning. I'm fully living. I'm fully alive. And most people have forgotten how to feel alive. I know people search for love and happiness, but the most important thing is to feel alive. People search for happiness. The greatest happiness is to be happy with who you are. And believe it or not, happiness is actually a choice. So when you look at happiness as a choice and you try to understand yourself, say to yourself, happiness is a choice, and today I choose to be happy no matter what. So this CD today is about awakening who you are. It's called Awakening the Be Me. Now the Be Me, 3 letters, B, an M and an E. So Be Me. So I simplified it in the best way that I can. And the reason how I simplified this is because this is what my soul said to me. To find the power of who you are, we need to simplify things rather than using a bunch of words, dramas and situations to explain the way that I was feeling. So my soul just said to me, be me. And I said, but what do you mean by that? So be me became a code. So let's give you some more be me expressions. Becoming more energetic, balancing my emotions, breathing my energy, becoming me every day, blessing me every day. Now, becoming more energetic is a vibration, is a feeling. If you looked at your life and thought to yourself, okay, that's what I want to become. That's a goal of mine. That is something that I need to feel good about myself, is to change my energy, to become more energetic. So try and do things that changes your energy, that gives you that energetic feeling of feeling alive. Because once we start losing energy, that's when illness starts to affect our bodies. And that's where depression starts to sink into ourselves. And then we start to lose who we are. Balancing my emotions. Every time you feel that you are stressed, struggling, can't understand what is going on, always check out your emotions and see how you are emotionally feeling about that subject. And it's interesting because when have we, as a being, ever stopped to sort of question my emotional values? So balancing my emotion is a great command to give yourself, to tell your body to, you know what, be quiet, balance my emotions, and immediately your body starts to respond to that. Because what you're basically doing is that you're going through the situation within your own mind and driving yourself mad. So you're starting to get stressed and you're starting to build up these emotions, and then emotions can turn into anger, they can turn into frustration or headaches, and therefore you put yourself off to bed because you just can't cope and you want to shut off. Balancing my emotions is a great way to be able to shut off. Breathing my energy is a great sentence. It lets me know that I am alive and that I am breathing. And I know for sure that one day my breathing will actually stop. But until then, I'm going to really represent myself as breathing my energy to control my breathing. Even if you have trouble at night sleeping, if you find that you can't sleep because your mind is driving you mad, say to yourself, breathe in my energy. I am a beamy, breathe in my energy. And your mind and your emotions and your body will instantly relax. Try and say that 10 times. I guarantee you, I bet you don't get to 10, you'll already be asleep. Becoming me every day seems strange, doesn't it? Because you're always being you. But do you like who you are being? So try to make the best of your days by becoming me. Wake up in the morning and say to yourself, today I'm going to become me. But what does that mean? Have more intelligence, have more awareness. Take time to really look at who you are. Look at yourself in a mirror and appreciate the journey that you are on. And most importantly, bless me every day. It's a great saying, isn't it? We put many prayers out there, but when have you ever blessed you? Always do that every day. Bless me every day. So, can 3 letters of BME explain the meaning of life? Here is my evidence to support the fact that we are all beamies. The true meaning of life is to be me, to find the true self, feel the true self, to be the true self. What is the true self? It's in love, to be enlightened, to be compassionate, to be intelligent, to be you. I didn't want my life to be a job. I wanted my job to be a great miracle of discovering me, being me. I believe that that is the goal of the soul, is to discover more of who you are. So what is the ultimate realization of what your soul is searching for? I made my job transforming me. I made my mind and my body my home. I made me my wealth. I made me my true relationship. And I made it by clear hearing. I made it with clear seeing. I made it with clear feelings. I made it by loving being me. Who am I? Let's look at the body. This is your home. your best friend, the relationship that we all search for. Your body is the relationship. And I believe that this is what they call the kingdom of heaven, because your body is a temple. So honor that body. Take notice of that body and look at your body as your home and your best friend. And then you'll start an amazing relationship. So rather than searching for the relationship outside of yourself, you will start to understand that the relationship is within you. The mind. The mind is the voice within the controller of thoughts and actions. The mind is actually the healer of your world. So if the mind is in your body, which is in your home, then you have to learn to control the voice within you. You have to learn to control the voice of thoughts, because thoughts produce actions. And sometimes your thoughts cannot be of the best kind. And so therefore, your thoughts can drive you mad. So what are your actions going to be? They're going to be frantically mad, mental to some people. They can produce frustration. And once you produce frustration in your body, which is your home, you start to produce an energy. And it makes you feel uptight, irritable, miserable. So this is where we say to heal thyself is to go within. Control the voice of the mind, and you become the healer of your world. Energy is the life force of who you are. Without energy, nothing exists. You are pure energy, and every organ in your body works in the form of energy. To pick up a cup, you need energy to be able to lift up your arm and to move your arm forward. You need energy to be able to walk. Because what happens if you don't have any energy? You can't be bothered to do anything. You just sit there all day long. It's a lack of energy. So we've looked at the body, which is your kingdom. We've looked at the mind, which is the healer of your world. And now we're looking at the word energy, which is the life force of who you are. So body, mind, energy is BME. So be me is a body, mind, energy. I am a life force. Basically, you are a be-me, a body with a mind of energy. Because words are energy. Dramas and situations. When dramas and situations are happening, where are they happening? They're happening within you. You may not even be in that drama now. That drama may be affecting you at work. You leave work, you go home, but you're still in that drama. So the importance of the inner world is an incredible journey, and that is your home. That is the kingdom. Ask yourself, who am I? And your soul will respond. And your soul will say, you are a beamy living on beautiful magical earth. What a great truth that is. Listen to that again. You are a beamy living on beautiful magical earth. BME, beautiful magical earth. Go outside. Rather than looking at the sky, the trees, the evergreens, the buildings, the ground, just stop for a moment and just say to yourself, I am a beamy living on beautiful magical earth. In front of me is beautiful magical earth. How incredible does that sound? And once you recite these words, you watch and see what happens to your body. Check out the feeling, the vibration, the energy that resonates with inside of you. It's incredible. So you are a be-me being. You have a beginning, a middle, end to your life. In the beginning, you was natural. In the middle, you become aware. But in the end, you have to let go. Let's have a look at that again. When you're a child, that's the beginning. You were natural. In the middle, you become middle-aged. And in the end, you become elderly. But every beginning, middle, and end is a cycle. Every time we have to let go of something, every time that we end something, what happens? We begin again. It's like a relationship. In the beginning, absolutely fantastic. In the middle, there seems to be a repetitive pattern. Arguments may start. Things start to get a little bit boring. And so therefore, you become more aware that you're not as happy as you was in the beginning. So then the relationship or the marriage starts to end. Now we're worried about the endings because we don't know what's going to happen How am I going to get on within my life? I'm going to feel so alone, let down, a failure even. But remember, everything has an ending. And once we end something, we can begin again. And that's why we look for another relationship. We find another relationship. Why? So that we can begin again and end the last relationship. That's the pattern of life. People's lives have a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's even a beginning, a middle, and an end to a second, to a moment, and to a pain. So always represent yourself as a beamie that has a beginning, middle, and an end. No matter where you are, in every situation, wherever you may be, in whatever country, whatever drama situation, always remember you are a beamie. Once you understand that you are a beamie, it becomes your signpost to who you are. To always remind yourself that you are a beamie. I am being me. I will assess this situation by being me. Now, being me, we're always going to be looking at love. So my body, my mind, my emotions, or my energy, or my experience, I have to find the meaning and the purpose to that. And the meaning and the purpose of that is to find the love. Did you ever stop to think who or what is controlling you? Now, you may say it may be your parents, it may be your boyfriend or your husband, it may be the system. But let me tell you what is actually controlling you. It's called emotions, and believe it or not, there are only two emotions. One is love and one is fear. So ask yourself right now, how do you really feel? And ask yourself again, how do you want to feel? Because how you're feeling right now is not technically how you would love to feel. So then you ask yourself a question, but how do I want to feel? And of course, everyone will say, happy. I want to feel loved. But only you can do that. And by understanding the beamie statements or the art of beamism, you can understand and change your feelings of how you're feeling right now to how you want to feel within an instant. Ask yourself, do I feel in love? Do I feel in fear? They're the only two questions you need to ask yourself. Ask yourself that on a daily basis. Your soul will respond. Looking at love and looking at fear, this is the gift of choice. You can choose between love and fear. Change the way you think and you change your world. It's true. Change your vocabulary. Change the words that you are using in a situation. It's never that bad, really. It's only the way that your mind is perceiving it to be bad. To love yourself is to love others. To love others is to love life. Too many of us place an emphasis on what love is, and we've only put that on one being, one person that comes into your life. I love my husband, I love my wife, I love my children, I love my family, I love my job. But when have you ever got to the point and said, I love life? Life encompasses all of it. And that's what you should be doing to have a great love life. That is the great relationship of your body-mind experience, is to love life. Not just one thing, but to love it all. Even your dramas, you're meant to love it all because it is a great experience. You are the creator of your life and you can change your reality. Now, you may not be able to move your home within a day or two. You may not be able to change your parents. You may not even be able to change the relationship that you are in. So how do we change the reality? By changing the way that we think about it. And beamism helps you to change the way that you think. Because we're now looking at life from the eyes of the beamie's self or from the eyes of the beamie's soul, with balanced mind emotions, becoming mindfully enlightened, we can change our reality. I can look at Earth and just call it Earth. Or I can look at this great planet and call it beautiful Mother Earth, beautiful Mother Energy, beautiful Mother Experience. I've just changed my reality, and all I've done is change the words. So how do I really change my reality? By not letting emotions rule you. Emotions are one of the biggest offender of illness. Emotions are running this planet far too many people emotional, and I hear far too many people say, well, life is meant to be emotional. Is it really? Because most beings don't understand their emotions, and most beings don't understand that your emotions are actually killing you. They're actually killing your inner self, your inner kingdom, your inner world of body, mind, energy, because your inner world is your world. Heal your emotions and you will become your own Be Me God. What do I mean by that? Well, you become more in control. Your emotions will start to rebalance themselves. Your mind will start to rebalance itself. And so therefore, you will almost feel like that you are God, because you will become an inspiration to everybody that you meet. Everyone will look at you and say, oh my God, what's so different about you? What has changed about you? Well, 1, you're not so stressed. 2, you're not letting emotions rule you. 3, you've quietened your mind. And so therefore, the energy that you are giving off, people will pick up on that. They will understand that. You may have met people like that yourself, and they say, what a beautiful being they are. But it's the energy. That is what you're reading. And that is the gift of healing. To heal your body is to heal your mind. Heal your mind heals your body. Your mind heals your emotions. And so therefore, your body, which is your kingdom, becomes enlightened, and it actually feels lighter. That's the true meaning of enlightenment. To lighten up, to understand that the gift of healing is to heal your dramas and your situations, and to change the words and to look at it in a different reality. Change the level of consciousness, your reality changes. Life is so precious. You are precious. You are the Be Me gift of life. When are you going to stop and look at you and beings or children, anyone that's in your life? Look at them and within your mind say to yourself, they are a Be Me gift. They are so precious. And they really are. Don't look at it just because it's a child or a man or a woman. Look at them and say they are precious. Tell them that they are precious. There's not a greater bunch of words that you can say to somebody. You are precious. I think it's even greater than the word of love. If someone was to say to you, you are so precious, feel that within the body, how that amazing word can change the energy of who you are. You're here to look at life, to see how precious it is, to see how precious you are, because you are a walking, talking, creative piece of Be Me art. You are priceless. There is no price on your life. There is no price on your experience. You cannot be bought. You are so unique that there will never, ever be another one of you. That's how precious and priceless you actually are. Earth is the kingdom. You are the creator of your Be Me kingdom on your planet. Plan it. I love the word planet, but not in the normal way that it's spelled. I've changed it. Planit. Planet. Sounds much better to me. Why do I say that? Because I've come here to plan things. This is my kingdom to plan whatever it is that I want to plan. Whatever my soul's journey is all about. The kingdom of earth is my playground. So therefore, we make plans, don't we, on planet Earth or planet Earth. It is my kingdom. And I'd like to say that it is my kingdom of God. Because truly and honestly, go and find another planet like it. They haven't yet. So that's how special that we are. I believe that we are a planet of beamies. And I think it says so much more than the word of human being. I've seen what human beings are doing. And quite frankly, it's interesting in one sense. But most of them are so unconscious within their lives. They do not see, they do not understand, and they do not feel what they do to another person's life. How they can destroy another person's life just by using the wrong words. They can empower you by saying, I love you. They can disempower you by saying, I don't love you. Smile. I see a Be Me. And that's what I do now. I don't see human beings I internally smile because I do actually see beamy entities. But let's look at that again. Smile, I see a beamy. The word smile, for me it says, see miracles in little events. And when you see life like that, you can't help but smile. It's an internal feeling. It's incredible. And you walk around with a smile on your face because don't you think that everything that you do see is a miracle? Start to look at everything in your life as a miracle because it truly is. And it is very eventful. So smile, see miracles in little events. I see, now remember I said earlier on, the letter I and the letter C. For me, that is I see. So I see means inspiring consciousness. I love inspiring consciousness. I love helping people awaken to new thoughts, new ideas, greater potential of who they are. So now we have smile, I see, then we have A. And I've used awakening for the letter A. So smile, I see, A, awakening, beautiful mind, earth. Beings need to understand who they are. To have a beautiful mind is wonderful. That's what we all search for. Happiness is through having a beautiful mind. Smile, see miracles in little events, inspiring consciousness, awakening beautiful mind, earth, or beautiful mind entities, or beautiful mind experience. I wanted to find my true self. I wanted to feel my true self. And I wanted to be my true self. Ask your soul that every day. To find the true self is to find the love. To feel the true self is to feel the love. And to be the true self, well, that really is true love. So see miracles in little events, inspiring consciousness, awakening beautiful mind, earth. Once you start to understand that you live on beautiful mind, earth, you will be able to see all beamy beings as beautiful, mindful entities living a life with a beginning and a middle and an ending. So there we have it, a short breakdown of beamyism, because beamy is the true reality of who I am. To be my true self is the true religion, or real religion is the way that I want to see it. Far too many religions have put this fantasy spin on connecting with God. But God is within you if you really look at it in a very logical way. It has to be. It must be. But God is not an image of a person. And that's what we've all been led to believe, that it is a man that is guiding you. It isn't. God is here. It's in the planet. It's in the birds, the trees, the plants, the flowers, the insects. It's all part of God's creation. And you are God's creation. So remind yourself that beamyism is your true religion. And the reason why I say that, whether you're a Christian or a Hindu or you're a Buddhist, what was you before you became a Christian? You was a beamy. What was it before you became a Buddhist? You was a beamy. What is it before you became a Hindu? You was a beamy. Your true identity is a beamy. Beamy is, and I love that. It's got such a beautiful ring to that. And to understand the M, beamy is mastering. Beamy is magical. That, for me, is the true religion. Beamyism. It is the transformation of self inside out. You can actually transform depression into self-enlightenment, to have a self-realization that you are a child of God. So beamyism takes you from the words of being a human being into your higher self of intelligence and understanding that you are very powerful. You are very gifted. And to be here on planet Earth is a gift in itself.